All right, welcome to another episode from the chart readers. And man, this is rough to look at. All right, I talked about that 140 line. When you lose an all-time low support line, really bad things can happen. And I mean, this 9.5, look, a 9% loss on a single day is really bad. What makes it even worse is the fact that, look, the low of the day, you can see in the box, was 125. The close of the day was 125. Literally, the entire day people were selling until the market was like, hey, you know what? That's it. We're closed. We're closed. Come back on Monday. You know what I mean? Like, literally, it was just a dump fest. And it was, in my sincere opinion. I'm not here saying it's fact, right? And like, but yeah, this doesn't surprise me. And yeah, sadly, this is not, it's not over. It's just a beginning here for Sandal, all right? SNDL, all right? High tide. I took a look at high tide as well. You know, I like to look at that one, and unfortunately, it's not as bad as this, but it has definitely slipped below the moving averages. And then we're gonna look at CURA, CRESCO, and GreenThumb as well here. And sadly, they're not doing as well as I was hoping. CURA probably looks like the best, but again, I think I was expecting a little more, you know what I mean? But that said, before we go any further, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this thing with your friends, like this thing, comment on this thing. Look, anything you can do really does help me out with the YouTube algorithms, but for real, just being here and giving me your time is super, super appreciated, all right? So look, let's get into it. And again, this 140 line, I gotta go back because I know it was a while right here. So it was this November 2020 low, October basically. Yeah, no, excuse me. Oh, that was a hard hiccup. But yeah, back in the winter of 2020 is where this 140 line came from. And, you know, we've hit it once, lost it once actually in monster flu. Hit it and tried, 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 and then lost it. You know what I mean? And again, what I'm seeing is not, okay, we lost it, hopefully we recover. No. I think that now that we've lost this, we are going to start slipping deep into all-time lows. That's generally what happens. You know what I mean? And again, you can call it strength, you can call it weakness, whatever you want to call it. The fact that there's no wick at all, literally, the entire day was a dump fest, to where, again, look at the box over there. The low is 125. The close in green on top is 125. Like, the entire day was sell, and not a single moment of anyone wanting to buy a single share and giving me a little baby wick at least. No, an entire dump. You know what I mean? And that scares me. That generally does. And volume for really the first time in a good while picks up, smashes that 50 average, right? RSI now looks like it wants to start heading down. MACD now looks like it wants to start heading down already in the negative. And honestly, my worry is this is just the beginning. And look, someone asked it in the comments. I'm glad that you asked it. Hey, not financial advice, because again, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money, all right? I'm not here to scare you. I'm not here to fear whatever, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not gonna ever tell you what to do with your money, and honestly, I barely like to tell you what I'm doing with my money, okay? However, if I don't want my money in something that's under all 5 moving averages, let alone one that has now basically confirmed to me I'm going to give up all-time lows and, again, in my head, seemingly keep going. Let's look at this weekly, right? This is a 36 RSI, okay? What was this right here? That was a 13, okay? What was the week before that? That was an 11. What was the week before that one? What was that? Okay, that one's a respectable 20 something. What was this one right here? This was another 13 right here. Like, there's still so much room for this RSI to drop. We still, as a week, haven't really smashed the 50 in a while. You know what I mean? Like, it barely just did it on the daily, right? So, and that smash wasn't even like that significant of a whole buy in terms of the week. You know what I mean? So like if that happens a couple times next week, oh man, that could like look, I don't call this stock sandal to like insult it or anything. I think the viewers kind of like they've come to enjoy it. You know what I mean? But man, it's this is scary. There's not too much more I can say right here. All right, trade safely here to say the least. All right, high tide. Okay, high tide is now below this uptrend, right? So I'm actually going to go ahead and delete it. I don't want to move it here, which, you know, is arguable actually. Again, even if this was it, still well below it too, right? So I think at this point, I'm going to call that line dead, okay? What now looks like is happening is, hey, look, we tried to like get over this. I don't know if we're going to like basically come back to this line, right? So because right here, just this is a quick, have we lost that? Where are we compared? Yeah, we basically lost. Look, green is a very quick red. It actually basically happens in 2 candles right there. And there's not a lot happening here. Hopefully 112-ish, maybe 110-ish, but at that point, if you're at 112, 110, you're basically hitting this line. You know what I mean? So I do believe we're coming back. And again, this is a very long downtrend. This outside one is the longer one that hits this November peak. You know what I mean? So yeah, it looked like we were going to escape these. It looked like we were going to break the 200 and fly. Unfortunately, that isn't the case. And look, a lot of people did comment that as investors, as holders, that they liked the earnings. You know, I didn't listen to it. I didn't look at any headlines. What I'm here to say is, you know, the market did not like the earnings, right? Whether you disagree or agree, that's not here for me to, you know, argue. I'm just saying if the market liked it, and look, you can see that there was definitely some like extreme ups and downs when the earnings dropped around the 14th, right? But yeah, end of the day, this is the confirmation I see. This is how I see the market reacting to it. And yeah, I think that 112, 110 seems likely, basically coming to the line, and cannot lose 107. All right, you lose 107 and there isn't a lot stopping it from coming down to 64. All right, so just be careful with high tide. If you watched the Sandal SNDL part before, that thing's just in all-time lows, and you know it's Tilly, I believe, is in all-time lows if I remember correctly. Like there's some scary things happening in the sector, to say the least. All right, CURLF. All right, Curaleaf, look, still chugging above the 8 and the 20, actually above the 100 moving average. Broke it this day, still above it this day, still above it this day. None of these are good confirmation, unfortunately. All right, I know we're still technically over it, but Monday needs to go up, or Monday is going to lose the 8 moving average and the 100, obviously, right? But look, this is doing the best of the 3 new ones that I'm covering, right? I don't believe CRESCO or GreenThumb is still chugging along. You know what I mean? Leisha, I hope you're making good money on this one, right? But right now, this 100 is the entire story. And look, just zooming out, this is actually the first real touch of it since late 2002. All right, sorry, 2022, my apologies, whoopsies. But again, it's been a while, and a little wick, really one good and I guess 2 overs. But make me believe, all right? This stock has gone up, come down, gone up, come down, gone up. You know, it's done that a couple times. Do it for me one more time. It needs to break the 100 on Monday, otherwise we're probably talking about coming down. And hopefully we don't lose the 20, because look, the 20's been doing a pretty good job already. We've already used the 50, but hey, I'm at least glad to see the 50 kind of starting to curve. Hopefully it holds. It's kind of doing like a little less of an incline. But again, let's see what Monday does, all right? All about the 100 here. We'll look at the weekly real quick. Hey, woo! This is a better picture. This weekly is actually kind of saying, hey, we might end at 370 by Friday, because that's not a horrible MACD. It's obviously in the negatives, but that's not bad. That's a nice RSI. And hey, volume's been decent actually since May. This is a better weekly chart, all right, than the daily chart makes it seem. Because again, this seems a little sketchy. I'm not sure if we're breaking the 100 right there. This is more about just give me a little confirmation. Look, the goal for now is getting as close to 330 as we can. Honestly, just even close at like 320 and I'll probably call it good confirmation. 320, 322, something like that. That would be really nice, okay? Let's go to CRESCO, CRLBF. This is disappointing. All right, this is disappointing because, again, looked like it was going to break, it didn't. You know, looked, didn't, right? And again, that same 100 moving average we were talking about on the last one on CURA, basically that same December 2022, I got it right this time, right? So actually very similar in terms of the charts. It's still, I guess, relatively chugging, but I think it's a lot sloppier of an 8 and 20 hold. And obviously that was a very, very scary Friday, right? So not liking the MACD, RSI, or volume actually. This has me worried. CRESCO, I'm not sure is going to hold the 50. If you want to know the truth, it's obviously only a fractions of a penny above it. So really be careful with CRESCO. Yeah, couldn't do it. And again, I don't know if this is indicative of what Curaleaf is going to do, the one we just covered, but yeah, this is a very different stock from this time last week. And then I'm just going to throw GreenThumb because it's been a couple weeks since I've covered it. Sorry, talking while I'm looking at this ticker. Kind of looks like CRESCO, right? And again, same 100 moving average story. I think it's really funny that the three of them are all about the 100 moving average, you know what I mean? So I don't want to repeat myself too much more. So hey, let me know if you disagree with anything. Otherwise, man, be so careful with these ones, okay? Thank you.